Hello, here's another video. Basically, I really didn't want to record anything for this one, so there's probably not going to be an audio visualizer. I had to get into introduction, so this is kind of the introduction. I'm in a lot of pain, I don't feel well, but if I don't do commentary, the video doesn't get any likes, any views, so it's pointless making the fucking video. Basically what I want to do is I want to animate a Star Wars poster. I don't know if my screen's paused or if that's just not moving. There we go. I was lazy in the past. Basically what I did is I grabbed the original Star Wars poster. And I grabbed the original Star Wars poster and dumped it into Illustrator. I tried to do live trace, but there was a number of issues on it. For example, it's like 380 something, 300 and something frames. 380 something layers, and so that was like a ridiculous amount for my After Effects project, especially when my After Effects project was running at like more than 1080p because it's horizontal. I don't know, the original canvas size was odd, really. It was only like 80 or something pixels. What I did is I just dumped it into Illustrator, done live trace, it traced over it pretty damn well, and then I had to fix all the issues really with it, and that is why there's so many layers, and I really should have just deleted some of the layers. I think later on you'll see that I do start to delete layers, but yeah, it was a nightmare and everything like that. The Star Wars poster was really cool. I originally wanted to do a film of it. I actually made one of my own, kind of. It was 1080p by 920 resolution. I'll show it on screen now because it's the only place anyone's ever going to see it. And yeah, basically the whole idea is I just want to use like the Papa Warp effect. I was hoping I'll be able to manipulate the paths, but an Illustrator file does not count as a shape layer. I might be able to convert into a shape layer, but I'm not sure how you would do it. The main issue I'm having at the moment with this project, as you can see, is it keeps on crashing. Every single change I did, it resulted in it crashing and crashing and crashing. So I'm doing nothing really special, you know, just Papa Warping basically all the animation, Papa Warping the head to move, which by the way the head looks pretty damn good, can I just say. I had to get rid of the second eye and some of the other details, but it looks pretty good. Some of the other details like the clouds, when I animated those earlier in the video, you can't really see that in the final product. And to be honest, you can't even see really the main characters when I've animated them. I've just animated them moving back and forth and moving slowly. But yeah, it was kind of really a hit or miss. So I decided what I would need to do is do this like text effect. I kind of wanted it to kind of write on and write off. A lot of the inspiration for this was through like pixel art videos. You know how you get those little pixel art scenes of fan games or like made up games or fantasy games or whatever you call them. You just get a little pixel art scene. This is kind of like that. It's a little mock-up of the scene from Star Wars. Though it's not the actual scene. The idea is that Luke's meant to go, how big is that star station? Obi-Wan's like, oh, only the size of a small moon. And then Luke's like, I hate you. That's the main idea and everything like that. At this point I didn't have the Star Wars font. I don't know why I didn't download it. I had the Mandalorian font and I hope that was good enough. Though it is actually pretty darn good. The colours on this look really nice. I actually really like the colour theory of this. And again, I said I want to make like a little Star Wars animation. I really want to do something on the Dinjarik Star Wars. I just realised a lot of people aren't going to know what Dinjarik is. Basically, Dinjarik is the chess game they play in Star Wars. I really want to do my own one of those. I think that'd be really dope. Yeah, see, that was just me deleting a whole bunch of layers. Jesus Christ, did that go fast. And I want to do it in this art style. I think it would be really cool. Like, we show a little story. I guess this can work as my little pitch. Basically, we show the ancient ancestor of the monsters and how they used to be at war and fighting and everything. And then you see them kind of coming together and like coming to coexist. And then, boom, cut to the future and the kid's playing with a toy of the dinosaur in the Dinjarik game. That's kind of like the idea for it. But the question is, will I actually make it? I don't know, but I definitely want to use this type of art style, like the silhouette, and this color palette, just because this color palette really screams out to me. here I am doing most of the text animation. The animation is just a preset. It's called right on, right off. Super simple. Nothing really special to say about it, but you'll start to notice soon, and I'm going to talk about it a bit early. But I had an issue where it said like needs 2 or more frames in order to render, or 2 more frames in order for preview, if I remember rightly. And I just could not, for the life of me, figure out like how to fix it. I tried a bunch of stuff, deleting my cache and everything like that, but it just refused to, well, it just refused to work, and I don't know why that was. And then I tried to make a new composition and just copy and paste it into it. That didn't work. Copying and pasting that thing did not work at all. So then I needed to do was I needed to basically recreate a new main composition. So I need to drag all the elements in, copy and paste it, reverse it, add the text, because I think the text was not part of the original layer. If that makes sense, I probably overcomplicated it because I really didn't want to do voiceovers for this, so I hope my voiceover did not ruin it, but at the same time it's literally just me talking over probably quarter quality look back at me rendering. God, what am I saying? Anyone saw Book of Boba Fett? I thought it was pretty dope. No, I didn't actually. I didn't really like the Book of Boba Fett. Don't know why I said it was dope. It was alright. Like, definitely, I feel like huge pasting issues. Something I love about George Lucas is George Lucas's linear storytelling technique. Like, there's not a single flashback, and I believe any of the original Star Wars movies and the prequels, if I remember correctly, that is. And I think that's really brilliant, because when you have such a complex story such as Star Wars, which Star Wars itself isn't really complicated, it's just a simple hero saves princess storyline. But what's complicated about it is, like, you know, you got the mythology, you got mythology elements, medieval elements, you got knights, princesses, but you also got starships, you got bounty hunters, you got an empire, there's a lot of Japanese inspiration, there's a lot of Western inspiration, so yeah. I feel like Star Wars is just a project which juggles a lot. So I think having a linear story structure really benefits it. I'm really curious if anyone wants to, like, if anyone does cut of Boba Fett, where it takes the storyline and puts it in chronological order and cuts out the Mandalorian parts, because the Mandalorian parts lasted way too fucking long. But yep, that was my video. I'm going to show you the main, like, the actual piece now.